Medusa's lair. This is the toughest sequence and yet the second day of principal photography.
The Medusa sequence that we started the movie off shooting was extraordinarily difficult.
Action!
Had fire, special effects, visual effects, people dying, sword fights, people running around. And it was the first week of shooting. It was extremely tough. And I realized at that moment, this is not going to be easy to pull off.
There's nothing on this movie that's easy. There's no set that's easy. There's no location that seems simple. But you've got to dive in somewhere, and we might as well dive in at the Medusa battle. And to me, what that does, it brings a solidarity amongst the actors and the crew, and it sets the tone for what we're about to experience.
You know, why not? Why not start like that? Go on, just get on with it, get in, get it going, and everyone just loved it.
We're always swinging that camera, which on a very active set such as the Medusa's required large numbers. I think Neil had sort of 45 special effects technicians out there doing flames, steam, you know, all the effects that we had to do there.
We had a floor crew of like 10 originally on the set, and then after day one we went up to like 24 people because it was such a big set to service.
This is going to be such an exciting scene and such a nice scene that we can hand it over now to visual effects. Visual effects can add Medusa into it, and then within the first couple of months of making the movie, we have a really locked and beautiful scene. You know, I think it's great starting off with a bang.
We based her off a Russian supermodel, as you do.
More than just the inspiration for the face, it's very much modelled on her. We took a huge number of photographs of her, and she acted out the performances, and we videoed her.
Yeah.
That was great to be able to photograph a supermodel. It's always quite fun.
Great. That's really good.
On the far right is the head scan of Natalia, and around that I built my own model.
But then on top of that, we're running what's called a displacement map, which is essentially a texture which creates the illusion of shadows and bumps and highlights. So you get a lot more detail.
And then also we have the second stage where, as she goes in for her sort of, you know, kill, her petrification stare, she sort of, you know, her whole face sort of changes into a much more sort of aggressive, snake-like monster head.
This was kind of the first test we did to blend between the two, just to visualize how the key features morph between one and the other. And so we proceeded from here to build a bigger rig around it.
And then, of course, you know, the snake hair, the key part of Medusa. We looked at different types of snakes, different sizes.
Conceptually, it started out that there were more snakes and they were bigger. She has a very slim neck. It felt like she would just keel over.
I built a little setup that would generate the snakes and try to settle on a balance and test a few different grooves or styles. You have to have enough to make the volume, and I think we have a good number.
There's only 30 shots of the Medusa head, so we were able to be very specific about the character and the mood of each snake. There is quite a wide range of behavior that the snakes need to do. If you have a talented crew of animators, which fortunately we do, we can be very hands-on and just do it with craftsmanship and a lot of love.
It's just one of those truly iconic characters that is a dream to do, really, and something very exciting.